Hello and welcome to the Sheesh podcast. My name's Chloe.
And my name is Millie.
And we're here to talk about all things Sheesh, whether we love them or we hate them.
Hey, episode 9.
I know, we're closing in on episode 10, which we kind of decided is going to be season 1, so...
That's mad. The penultimate episode. I feel like Ethan in the Deal or No Deal this side of the year.
Penultimate.
Penultimate episode. But yeah, that's mad. I will preface this by saying, I think we're both tired, but I'm not feeling fabulous. So, as Peter was saying earlier in the week, he found it funny that I felt like a guest on my own podcast. So, this is going to be even worse.
Yeah, we need to remember, you gotta rate things. That's the whole premise. We have the Sheesh rating, guys.
Yeah. Nah, it's because it's like, we do it after like finishing work or stuff like that, or especially like days like this where I'm not feeling very well. My brain is just not with it. And so I just blab and then I forget to rate things. But it's fine. It's fine.
It's real.
Yeah, we don't cut anything out of this podcast. You see the mistakes. But no, I am excited. I think we've got a variety of different topics to run
it's pretty
through.
good today.
Yeah, and I don't think any of them... Oh wait, no, they are music related, but not rating.
Like concert or
album, Chloe finally stopped going to concerts.
Yeah, I'm watching films.
Yeah.
And listening to music.
I know, I'm still jealous of your card, but I've booked my cinema tickets to see Barbie now, so I'm not seeing it on opening weekend, but I'm seeing it on Monday, so...
Oh, nice. Yeah, I think we're gonna wait till like Monday or something.
Yeah.
And Oppenheimer as well, of course, because it's Barbenheimer weekend.
Woo! I'm so sad because I don't have, well, obviously the F1's on, so that's my plan, but I don't have any plans that weekend, and I wanted to go see them on like opening day and then the next day, but I couldn't because, well, Alex wants to see Oppenheimer and Alex is away all weekend, so I have to wait till he gets back, and then my friends were also not here, so I can't watch any of them. So I have to wait and try avoid spoilers. But yeah, hopefully, I'm still excited. Like, I'm proper excited for them both. And then I still haven't done any of the catching up on any of the other films. And they're at the point where they're showing like once a day now. And I'm like, oh no.
I know, that's annoying, isn't it? Or they're like showing in the morning, like, or during work. And you're like, oh,
yeah. Or like, for example, on Saturday, No Hard Feelings is only showing at 10 p.m. I'm like, I'm in bed by then.
Yeah, that's my bedtime.
I know. But yeah, so I'm excited. I'm sure we'll be able to talk about them when it comes to the last episode of the season.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, as you will expect by now, my topics are a little bit potentially less detailed or structured than Chloe's. But before that, Chloe, how are you? I've got something that I've consumed that I didn't want to rate, but I just wanted to talk about that I just did. But you go first because you've just had a cool delivery.
Oh, yes. So I took advantage of the Amazon Prime sale, the Prime Day sale. So I've been looking for a new phone because my one is a Huawei one and it's gone really slow. The camera's just, it doesn't work anymore. It's gone really weird. So I was like, in the summer I was going to treat myself to a new phone, and I saw this deal on Prime Day, which was the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra, and it came with, and it came with a Chromebook as well. And it was the whole thing was £200 less than the actual phone. So you're basically getting a free laptop. So I was like, damn, I'm getting that. So yeah, my phone's just arrived. I'll set it up after this.
I love getting new phones. Like we were just talking before we press record about how we love setting stuff up.
Yeah, it's so satisfying, and just like taking off there's like a screen protector on it, you just peel it off. I was like, yes.
Aw. Well, I did not buy a new phone from the Prime Day sale, but I did buy a new webcam.
Oh yeah.
But I haven't tried it out yet, so I bought the Logitech Stream Cam, so hopefully it'll be good enough quality, because I feel like I can't record videos with like the webcam that I have right now, but I'm hoping that it will be good, better quality, or at least better. We'll see. But I haven't been able to try it out yet because it's USB-C. Like, I know that's the USB of the future, and Chloe's bougie and her computer has a USB-C port, but mine doesn't. And so I whacked it out of the box after, bought it for Prime Day. It said it was going to be delivered next day. Nope, waited 3 days. And then I'm about to sneeze. This is really awkward timing. But then I had to wait even more because I had to wait for an adapter to come. So basically, I'm literally, I feel a sneeze like so close. It's so annoying. But basically, I haven't even tried the webcam yet, so I can't even tell you what it's like. Hopefully, it's good. But yeah, so that's what I bought. But I did spend 20 quid today buying 2 books on Amazon that will come soon. So that's fun.
Okay.
Yeah, hopefully they're good. But I tried to find them like secondhand or whatever, but they're not really the kind of books you'd find in a charity shop. So I just bought them new.
Oh, what kind of books are they? That intrigues me now.
Oh, well, it's just basically on Amazon Prime there's this Spanish film called Culpa Mia, but that translates to My Fault. I really should have made this one of my topics, but I'll talk about it anyway. I don't really usually like watching dubbed things, but this was dubbed really well that I could barely even like notice.
Yeah. And
so yeah, it's like a teenage girl typey book, but it had like cars in it, and but it's
nice.
Like, how like they've got the after films and people still watch them, but like they rip them up a bit. People are like, wow, this is like done well. So basically it's that book. I tried to buy it before, but it was like, oh, we'll ship in 3 months, but finally it came back in stock. So there's that, and then there's obviously we know I like the F1, but someone's like written like a rom-com book around like not an actual F1 driver, but like the idea of a driver or something, and everyone on TikTok keeps banging on about it, so I'm like, fine, I'll read it and I'll see if it's good. So
nice. Well, yeah, let us know what those are like. I'm just gonna let Pepper in because as every podcast episode there's always a moment where I have to get up and let her in.
Oh, bless her. She literally is the third host.
I know. I swear she's been in every episode.
Aww. Well, I just did a lot of just speaking just then, so do you want to start off with your first topic, Chloe?
Yes, okay. So my first topic is a book. We haven't done a book yet, so I thought this would be a good time. So it's called The Nurse. Jordan got it for me for my birthday, and I've just got round to finishing it. I've kind of read it on and off. But yeah, it's all about this nurse who's in jail for a murder of her patient who was in a coma, and that you don't really know too much about it, but you kind of, the whole, like from the blurb of the book, it's whether she did it or not. So the book's told from 2 perspectives, which is the nurse called Rose, the murderer, or suspected murderer, and she's admitted to it, and in her chapters she doesn't really give away anything that she's telling the truth or not, so it's quite mysterious. And then there's also the perspective of a writer called Theo, who he wants to write a book about her because he's recently been divorced, he lost his child, and he's living in a flat, and he needs the money, so his editor is offering him a 7-figure deal or whatever it is if he writes this book. So he goes to interview her, and it goes kind of, when she tells its story to him, it goes back in time. I think it's because I think the present day is 2016, and I feel like when it's back in the past it's maybe the 90s or something.
Right, so she's been in prison for a while.
No, I don't actually know, because she's 40 in the prison. I don't know when I think she was older when the murder happened.
Right, okay.
But I can't quite remember how long she'd been in prison for. But the main kind of story starts off when she was starting med school, I think.
Ah, I see, okay.
So when she was 18 or whatever. But yeah, it goes back in time and tells it from that perspective, and I don't want to give any spoilers away, so I've tried not to be too spoilerish. But yeah, it jumps between the past and then the present time, and the writer Theo, he's trying to discover more about it, and slowly more and more things get unravelled. Like, she can't have a child, and there's something like that relates to the murder of this coma patient. But obviously, I don't want to spoil anything. But she kind of tells a story, and it could be her motivation for it. But this writer doesn't think she did it, and he kind of falls in love with her as well. Because he's like, oh, I can't believe that she would do it, and he's just trying to uncover what happened, and he goes and interviews people related, kind of, well, he like interviews her mum, and people kind of related to the murder as well, or like the patient who got murdered, sorry. But yeah, it's kind of, a lot of people are holding secrets back, and it's kind of frustrating. You're like, it makes you want to read more, because you're like, oh, I really want to find out what happens.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's a lot of plot twists, and it kind of jumps between, oh, did she do it, or did she not do it? If so, why would she admit to doing it, and things like that. So it kind of slowly unravels. And there were a lot of plot twists as well, which I thought was really good.
Yeah, like a good plot twist.
Yeah, but I prefer books usually which are like fantasy or a more kind of fictional universe. But I've read a couple of books recently that are more in the real world, but like mystery kind of books, and I'm starting to enjoy them a lot more. And I think the one downside of this book was there was lots of characters. There was lots of kind of male characters, and I found it hard to keep up with who was who.
Yeah.
Because the patient in the coma who got murdered was a male, and then it was like talking about his dad, and then someone else. Like, it was just too many male names. Yeah, too many men. So, and that was hard, especially if I'd picked the book up after a while, and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't even remember who this guy is. And in the last chapter as well, there's another like kind of big plot twist, and then it ends, and I was a bit like, oh, I don't know if I like that or not.
I hate feeling like unsatisfied with an ending.
Yeah, like I wasn't sure if I was or not, because it kind of came to a really good conclusion, and I'm not going to spoil which verdict it was, but it came to the conclusion whether she did it or not. And then the last chapter switches back. So it left me confused, and I was like, oh, so, yeah. I don't want to spoil it, but
yeah.
I was like, oh.
It sounds interesting. I've not heard of it before. I felt like we're different, like you were saying about how like you prefer more fictional universes or like fantasy, and I'm like, nah, like the real world, whereas sometimes we like swap over and...
Yeah. But yeah, there were some really kind of emotional parts to it. Like I said, about her not being able to have children and stuff, and there's a lot more to that I don't want to spoil. And just really, there's some really dark parts, which left me wanting to find out what was going to happen, and her story in the past, and also whether she did it or not. So yeah, I think I'm going to rate it a 3, Sheesh.
Sheesh.
Just because, like, I really enjoyed it, and even though it took me a while to go back to, I think that's more, I'm trying to find my love of reading again, so it wasn't really to do with the book, just finding the time, and like not like just sitting watching YouTube or gaming, and going and reading instead.
Aww.
But yeah, I was just unsure of the ending, and like there was lots and lots of names, and I did have a quick look at what other people thought of the book, and other people mentioned that as well, so
yeah.
But yeah, I think you'd enjoy it as well, actually.
Maybe I'll have to give it a read sometime. I feel like I've got so many to-be-reads right now, but I just obviously bought 2 more new books, so depends what I'm in the mood for.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds good, though. Yes. I like a good, like, mystery, finding things out. Oh. Well, my topic is, I do not have an end to this. The end will come tomorrow as we're recording this on a Tuesday. Basically, I've just spent the past week trying to get Taylor Swift tickets. And it has been the bane of my existence. Like, everyone and I mean everyone I know who has tried to get tickets has got them except for me.
Aww.
And I'm like, life isn't fair. So basically, one of my friends had a pre-sale code and said they were going to try buy my friend and I tickets because you could buy 4 and they were using 2, so they were going to get me and my friend the other 2. Tried 3 times for them, but it didn't go through. And then, but they managed to get tickets because they were then able to access a venue that I wouldn't have been able to go to. And they couldn't get 4, they could only get 2. So I was like, obviously prioritise yourself. So then they got them that way. And then I had access to buy tickets for Amsterdam and not Hungary, that's where the F1 is this weekend, Hamburg in Germany. And I tried both. I failed in Hamburg. I failed a little bit less so in Hamburg, but then Amsterdam, I waited in a queue for 4 hours. There were 75,000 people ahead of me, and I did not get a ticket. But I've just been given access. Tomorrow is my last chance at 11 o'clock and 1 p.m. to get tickets to one of her London shows. So please, I mean, there's no point crossing your fingers now because it'll be over. But
I've crossed my fingers.
Thank you, Chloe. Yeah, you cross your fingers.
Checking my phone tomorrow as well. We have the group chat has a live kind of reaction.
Yeah, honestly.
to you trying.
It's definitely, it's been an emotional roller coaster. I'm sick of hearing me talk about it, so surely everyone else is. But I'm not joking when everyone else I know has got them. And people on Twitter are like, oh my God, this is the easiest thing I've ever done in my whole life. Or some of them have 9 shows they're going to. And I'm like, you do you. You have a great time. I'm happy for you. But I can't get one.
Yeah. That's, what, there are people actually buying 9 shows?
Yeah. They're going to 9 shows. It is crazy. But yeah, so I basically rated that as 0 sheesh unless I get tickets tomorrow, which then I'll say 3 because it's put me through an emotional roller coaster. But if I've got them, then I'm happy. But if I don't, then I will be complaining next time for the next podcast.
Well, I was going to say, by the time this comes out, we'll have to put a little disclaimer in the bottom leg.
Hello, this is just future Millie to say I got 2 tickets. So I'm off to see her one of the nights in Amsterdam. I mean, I'll explain more next episode, but I just want to let you know it's a 3 sheesh because I got tickets.
This is now a 3 sheesh.
Yeah, I know. But I really hope I get them. It's also just interrupting work because I have to do it at work, and I'm like, I got time to be sitting in a queue, so.
No.
But yeah.
It's Ticketmaster, man.
Oh.
When they just come up with something that works.
I know, 76,000 people were. I'm like, what are my chances, man?
Yeah.
But yeah.
So I thought they were nailing down on reselling, but they just haven't. No. I don't know what the solution is.
I know, people were immediately selling them. I'm pretty sure someone was selling them for £3,000 or something stupid.
Oh my God.
I know, it's ridiculous, but yeah, that was my topic. Do you want me to just do my other one, Chloe? While I'm here.
Yeah, if you want, yeah.
And then it can finish with yours, which is an actual detailed review. My second one is basically the Friday that's just passed. If you spoke to me at all in the summer, you knew that I watched The Summer I Turned Pretty. I binge watched it twice, but the new season came out on Friday. They released 3 episodes, and then they're doing one every Friday. One, that's so mean of them to do only 1 episode. It's not fair.
Yeah, that's cruel.
I know. It's it's fine for Riverdale. It's not fine for things like this. But this is spoiler alert. Chloe, are you ever going to watch it?
I don't know.
I'll keep it general then, general spoiler.
I don't mind
then.
general spoilers, to be honest. I don't know if I'll ever. I've seen bits about it. It sounds good. I just have so much to watch.
I know. I do feel like that as well. But I also read all 3 books in 3 days, so I proper binged everything. But it's the first season's very innocent and almost happy, but then it was just the first 3 episodes is like a theme of like grief throughout, and I just cried in every episode. So like an episode's like just under an hour. Each hour I cried.
Oh God.
So it's immediately like a bit more. It just hits you. It's like, oh, the like innocence from season 1 is kind of gone. And I've read all 3 of the books. I'm not going to spoil anything, but I kind of hope they take their own way and they don't copy the book, because I wasn't 100% satisfied with the way that the book went from like nearing the end of book 2 onwards into book 3. So I hope they kind of change that a little bit. But yeah, so that's kind of been the thing. Bringing me excitement. I get sad about Taylor Swift and then I go watch that.
Yeah, well, it sounds like you're crying at this as well. God.
I know, I'm just crying all the time, guys. But no, it's like, I really like it. So I do recommend giving it a watch. It's kind of like I shouldn't call them teenage girl shows, but they're just that type of thing. But yeah, what would I rate it? Obviously, it's not finished, but the way it's gone so far, I think I'd rate it a 3. Like, I'm like, I was not prepared for it to go from innocent, like, it's not innocent, but like the happiness to the sadness immediately within like the first like 30 seconds. But it is really good, so I'm sure I'll rate it higher once it's actually done. But yeah, those are my 2 topics. I'll pass on to yours. I proper whizzed through mine, but I'm excited to hear your next one, Chloe.
Yeah, so my next topic is a game. If you are following me on Twitch, plug, you will know that I have streamed a little bit of Story of Seasons, A Wonderful Life, which is, I don't know the difference between like a remake and a remaster. I always get confused. I think a remaster is like the graphics, but the remake, I don't know.
I don't know. Either way, I'm in this game, guys.
Yeah, we'll get to that. So it's a remake of the original Harvest Moon: A Wonderful Life, which I had on PS2. I think it was also on GameCube as well. This is like one of my most anticipated games this year, besides Jedi Survivor, because I basically, the first time I bought it, I was visiting my nan and granddad who lived in London, and we'd go in, so they lived in Lewisham in London, and we'd go into Bromley Shopping Centre, and I'd usually go...
Oh my god, no way.
Yeah.
I didn't used to live in Bromley, but I used to live within like a bus ride of Bromley.
Oh really?
Yeah,
wow.
I'd go there with my auntie when I was younger.
Oh, that's so cute.
As if we've just found that out. Sorry, continue.
No, you're finding out live with us, guys.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I'd usually go to like the Disney store when I was a bit younger, and then I ended up starting to go into like Game or whatever to get a PS2 game. And this one was Harvest Moon: Wonderful Life, and I couldn't actually play it until I got home from London because I didn't have my PS2 with me. So I would just read the manual, because manuals and games used to be like, they used to be pretty thick and like,
yeah, oh my
like
god,
a proper telling you how to play the game, like what each character was like.
Yeah, and like even like when you'd like GTA, you'd get like a map and everything, and things like that. They used to be so cool, and now you don't get anything in it. You get a Switch game and it's empty. Like, why have I got this huge box with a square in it?
Yeah. So yeah, I was just like reading that, and I was like so excited to play. I was even like looking at the cover art, and there's like the original cover art has like loads of different characters, and I'd be looking like, oh, what be like what's this character?
What's your name?
Yeah, and I was like, oh, intriguing. So yeah, that was like a really fun memory for me, because my nan and granddad passed away when I was like before I was 10, so it was quite a while ago. So it was quite nice to have that come back, and I was like, oh my gosh, like this is the game I used to play all the time. But back then I was really bad at the game, because like
can you be bad at Harvest? I've never played Harvest Moon, I'm not gonna lie, but can you be bad at it?
Yes, you can, because you basically need to earn money to buy food for your animals and things, and to feed yourself as well. You have to grow crops to sell and keep your animals happy to create.
Will the animals die if you don't feed them?
I don't think so. I don't think that ever happened.
Okay, it's like your Nintendo.
Yeah, Nintendo ran away. Like, yeah, I don't think it was like that, but they'd be like depressed and like so you used to only be able to play as a guy, and your guy would be like, each night he would like dream when he went to sleep, and if he was like walking along really slowly and like sad, it would mean your guy was pretty like depressed and like not very healthy, like you didn't have much money, you weren't eating good.
Oh damn.
My guy was always like that.
Aww.
But my older brother had a save on the game as well, and he did really well. My brother's 6 years older than me, and he did really well. His guy would be like bouncing along.
Yours is there just crying.
Yeah, mine was just like crying. I was like, I wouldn't really know what to do. But yeah, I think this time I'm probably a little bit better. So in this remake, you can be you can be a guy or a girl, or you can have they them pronouns as well. So you can choose kind of whatever. There's not really gender specific hairstyles or anything. And there are both male and female bachelors slash bachelorettes that you can romance. So I thought that was really good, nice to include.
Nice update.
Yeah. Kind of the main premise of the game is pretty similar to games like Stardew Valley. You gotta grow your crops, raise your animals, and then use that money from your crops to feed your animals, or like buy extra buildings, like more barn space for more animals. And there are like in this one there's like more expensive cows and stuff which produce better milk. So it's kind of a grind. So my little routine is like I wake up every morning, I check the weather on the TV. Because you're not allowed to let the animals out into the pasture field thing if it's raining, because they don't like it and their health will go down.
Oh, damn.
So I check the weather, and I'd like water my crops, and then I'd go check on the animals, and then I'd either sell stuff or I'd go and chat to my love Cecilia. So they kept the original girls from the original game, like the bachelorettes, and back then obviously you could only be a guy and date a girl, so I'd just go for Celia because she's like a little farm girl, she's really cute. So I just stayed with her for this game, even though I'm a girl. I was like, I don't care. But they've changed her name to Cecilia. I don't know why. From Celia to Cecilia. Yeah, I was like, okay. So I'd go and talk, because you have to basically up your heart levels by talking to them every day and like giving them gifts, and then it'll give you like special cutscenes and see your kind of relationship develop.
Not me on Stardew Valley trying to give the flowers to the homeless guy.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
I just wanted him to love me.
It's like he's not romanceable, Willie. You can't.
I know, but I want him to be.
Like, what's his name again?
I can't remember. This is why he doesn't love me. I forget his name.
Yeah, I can't remember his name. But yeah, you can, like, I guess, date multiple people at once. You can just
absolute player.
I know. I don't know if like each character knows you're doing that or whatever, because I was loyal to Celia, of course.
Oh, can you imagine them having a gossip?
Yeah, I don't know if that happens. But in this game, you propose with like a blue feather. It's not a ring; it's a blue feather.
Damn, how romantic.
I know. So on stream, I proposed to Cecilia, but you can't. The marriage happens at the end of winter year 1. So I have to wait for that, and then immediately you have. I think on the original game, you marry, and then a child's just there as well.
Damn, waste no time.
Yeah, the wife and child just join your house, and there you go. But apparently, if you don't choose someone by the end of year 2, it's like, right, you have to choose, you have to settle down.
Oh my god, what the hell? I would hate that. I'm like, what if I don't want to be married? I want to stay a player.
Yeah, I know. I mean, you just have to keep loading the same save.
What if I just want to be a single mum?
Yeah, nah, the game's like, settle down.
You've got no choice.
Yeah. But yeah, of course we have to mention, this wasn't my choice. Peter and Tropical told me to name my first cow Millie. So the cow is named Millie, and Peter's come up with this thing called like Millie Milkies, and it's really horrible, and I hate it.
I was never present when this was happening, by the way, so I wasn't able to defend myself. But you know what? I'm honoured. I'm sure you took very good care of me. You didn't sell me.
No, you're still going good. And the plan is, Peter said that we should get a bull and call it Alex, and then you can have a little calf. So
it's actually possible.
Yeah.
I mean, fair enough. Yeah. Go wild. As long as you don't sell me. I mean, you know, as a vegan, being named a cow that you milk and then being stuck with a bull, I'm not really sure how I feel about that. No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
It is quite funny. But yeah, so Chloe just has milked the cow version of me. Love that.
Yeah. God, okay. But yeah, there's also there's like a mini game, and then you can unlock recipes. There's like these little sprites who live in the woods, and if you visit them every day, they give you like a recipe. And there's like a mining mini game as well. But yeah, it's very kind of repetitive and grindy, kind of like Stardew Valley, where you have your little routine. And there's not loads to do. Like towards the end of the day, I'm like as in a game day, I kind of like, I've run out of things to do. I'll go to sleep and then start a new day, and I can tend to my crops and animals again.
Yeah.
So yeah, for that reason, I'm going to give it a 3 sheesh, because even though it is quite grindy and like addicting, there's not like loads and loads to do, but it's definitely the nostalgia that has helped me like enjoy the game more.
Yeah.
Because they got the same music.
Aww.
And I remember like where everything was, and like obviously the same characters. But then they have added some more as well, which is nice. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a 3 sheesh.
Oh, I don't know how I haven't played any Harvest Moon games before, because like I played Stardew Valley, like Animal Crossing, Sims, played Farmville on Facebook, like I played everything but Harvest Moon, so I must give it a go at some point. But I'll name an animal after you, Chloe. So get thinking what kind of animal you want to be.
Oh no.
But I think that was a nice range of topics there.
Yeah, that was good.
It was good. Oh, okay. Well, it's now meme time, in which we have our sheesh memes. Do you want me to go first, or?
Yeah, you go first. I'm just loading yours up now.
So mine is on Twitter, and basically,
I just opened it.
It's little Roger from Star Wars, and he's bought it from Galaxy's Edge, which, oh my god, I need to buy one of these. And it's just stood, it's like a good sized figure, and it just stood in the door, and in the captions, "Mom, I threw up." And it was so good. So yeah, it's like a viral tweet. So that was my sheesh meme. It's just the way it stood, and it's the Roger. What's even so actually it called? As well. What are they actually called?
It's like just a B1 droid, I think.
There we go. I just call them Rogers.
Yeah, they are Rogers. Have you seen like the AI songs?
No, honestly, anything that says AI, I'm like, oof, skip.
Yeah, no, it's just it comes up on TikTok and Jordan keeps playing it. It's it's a Roger singing "Somewhere Only We Know" by Keane, and he's like really dramatic, and people have like edited videos of like one on a piano like playing it. And it just keeps coming up and it reminds me of that. But I think everyone can relate to yours when you've thrown up or like you've had a nightmare and you just stand in the door like,
you're just like, "Mom, I threw up," or you just done anything. I do that to Alex now. I'm like, "Alex, I hurt myself. I hurt my toe." Literally me. But then what's yours?
Mine is so random. So mine is, it just came up on TikTok. It was Fish of the Week, and it's just a really random video, and there's like, I think this person's put like loads of different fish species in a wheel, and it spins, then the winner pops out, and then they do like a video of just showing like the different fish, and there's like loads of just random animations and like pictures and like a random song as well. And there's been quite a couple that it comes up like every now and again, so it's obviously been quite a few weeks of Fish of the Week. But I've also seen Bug of the Week, which is inspired by it too. To be fair, it's quite educational. You see some new fish and some new bugs.
Damn, see you now on Monday if you come back.
Yeah, and like there was one, like, I haven't included this one that I saw. There was one I saw at the end. There was a picture of like the Onceler from the Lorax holding like a trans flag, and I was like, that's so wholesome but so random.
Oh yeah, it's like Happy Pride Month.
Yeah, like nothing to do with fish, but I love it.
I love how the title of the account is not Fish of the Week, it's Fishy of the Week.
Yeah, I know. And yeah, at the end it's always like, if you come back.
Aw. That's
yeah,
so cute.
Some random humour. It's pretty wholesome.
See, I don't get any of this on TikTok, so it is nice to for you to come in and show them, because yeah, I do not get this. Although, like, I don't really scroll TikTok, so it doesn't.
No, I was gonna say, I don't know what it says about me as a person when I get these weird things, but it's fine.
It says great things, Chloe. Oh, well, there we go. There are our topics on our Sheesh memes. Feels like it's flown by, but on the time it's not really as like far off our usual timing, so
yeah.
But no, you know what, I always do the outro now to consciously remember, but I'll let you do it this time, Chloe.
Oh, okay, I'll try. Something new to do. Well, yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Remember, the next episode will be kind of the last of the season, episode 10. But as always, make sure to check us out on Spotify, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. Check out like our shorts and reels and TikToks and things like that. And also, if you have any feedback as well,
yes,
put that in either mine or Millie's Discord, just so we can kind of work on things for next season. Or I guess you can let us know in YouTube comments and things as well. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and we shall catch you next fortnight.
Hey, thanks so much, everybody. Have a good one.
Bye.